All right, guys, here we go. One more review before fall break. Let's do this thing. The first four kind of goes out of order. Solve the equation by factoring. So what we're going to do first, we're going to factor these equations, then see what makes them equal 0. So this first one is going to be x plus 5, x plus 6, because 6 times 5 is 30. 6 plus 5 is 11. So it means my two answers are -5 and -6, because that's what makes the parentheses 0. Number 2 is a slide divide slide. So I'm going to slide that 2 over, make that a 10. Now factor x minus 5, x plus 2, and then don't forget to divide. We're going to divide the same number I slid. I slid the 2, I divide by 2. Now, to be honest, I'm done right here. If it's solving an equation, you don't have to slide the second time. You can just say, what makes the parentheses 0? Well, the first one's going to be 5 halves. The second one, 2 over 2 is really 1, so that means -1 would make that 0. Okay, number 3, a couple more of these. If I factor this side, I'm going to get x plus 9, x plus 1, because 9 times 1 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10, so my two solutions are -9, -1. So these first four, just basic factoring. Okay, now I'm going to do this. On number 4, I'm going to move all this stuff over to the right-hand side, because I like my x squared to be positive. So I go to 4x squared plus 8x, and the other 4 is going to be a positive 4. Now, one thing you can do, because it equals 0, is you can divide everything up there by 4. 0 divided by 4, 4 divided by 4, 8 divided by 4, 4 divided by 4. Now, this is a perfect square trinomial because the last number is 1 has a square root. The first term is x squared, it has a square root. So I can just go x plus 1 times x plus 1. Because 1 times 1 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, which is the middle term. So the only answer I get on that one is -1, because it makes both parentheses 0. Okay, then we just get to the factoring section. Okay, so number 5 is definitely slide, divide, slide. I'm going to slide the 3, make that 21. Factor it, which is going to be 21 and 1. And then that's the slide part. Divide by 3, because that's what we slid. Now 21 divided by 3 is 7, so I'm going to put that there. And 1 divided by 3 you can't do, so I'm going to slide the 3 back in front of that x. That's why it's called slide, divide, slide. And there it is. Number 6. First of all, don't forget, always take out GCF when you can. You can take a 4 out right off the bat. And if I take a 4 out, that's going to be a 3x squared, a 1x, and a 10. Now I'm going to try slide, divide, slide. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to slide the 3 to the end down here, make that 30. Oh, it looks good. So I'm looking for factors of 30 that have a difference of 1. That's going to be 6 and 5. The 6 has to be negative because it's a negative in the middle. Then don't forget, that's slide. Now I'm going to divide by the 3 just like I slid the 3. And here it goes. I'm almost done. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 5/3 you can't divide, so slide the 3 back in front of that x. You get 3x plus 5. And that's it. Number 7 has a 1 in the front. So I'm just looking for factors of 24 that will give me a -14. And what hits me is 12 and 2. Both minus, because it was a -14. And that's that one. Number 8. Number 8 is a difference of squares. Just got to remember the pattern. Difference of squares. You take the square root of the first one. You take the square root of 64. And 1's plus, 1's minus, because it was a -64. Remember, if it was 9x squared plus 64, you couldn't do it. 9x squared minus 64 is definitely a difference of squares. And the last one, number 9 here, is factor by grouping. Group the first two together. I can take out an x squared. That leaves an x minus 3. Now, I've got to get an x minus 3 again. So I'm going to take out a -12, because that will definitely give me an x minus 3. Okay, so one more step. They both have x minus 3, so I'm going to pull out the x minus 3. And what that leaves me with is, if I pull that out, it leaves me with an x squared in the front and a 12 at the end. And there you go. Number 10, back to parabola stuff. Okay, because this is a positive 2 in the front, by the way, the vertex on this is 3, 4, which is going to answer all of our questions. Matter of fact, I'm going to draw a little graph right here. I'm going to go to 3, 4. Graph will help. And it's going to open up because it's a positive 2. Now, that picture will give me every answer I need. Does it have a max or min? It's got a min, the bottom. And the minimum value is the y, so it's a 4. The domain, everyone we do is all real numbers because it's going left and right forever. The range is going to go back to the min. Okay, it's going from 4. Remember, range is y. It's going 4, and it's going up, up, up. Okay, increasing, decreasing. Remember, these use x's. Use your x's only. So it's decreasing from here to down to there. So it's decreasing from -infinity until it gets to 3. 3. X's only. Then it starts increasing there to there, which is from 3 to forever. Remember, X is on the increasing, decreasing part. All right, number 11 down here, solve this inequality. It's two-stepper. First thing you need to do is subtract 6 from all three sides, because that's a positive 6. That leaves me a negative x in the middle, a 10 there, and a negative 2 there. Now, because there's a negative 1 in front of that x, I'm going to divide all three sides by negative 1, which flip the signs. Makes that negative 10, makes that positive 2. Technically, that's really all you have to do, because it doesn't say to write in the notation, but I wish you would. It goes from negative 10 to 2. It's kind of written backwards there because we flipped the signs, but that's okay. All right, number 12. This is RF on your calculator. And I hope you remember where that is. Go to second matrix, edit, type in all the numbers, quit, go back to matrix, do RF, which is letter B, and then go back to matrix and pick matrix A, and it should give it to you. I'm going to do that right now. You won't know I'm stopping the video, but I'm going to stop it, punch it in, and come back with the answer. All right, punch that all in. I got 1 for X, 1 for Y, and 1 for Z. If I were you, I'd punch that in your calculator, make sure you're good with those steps, and make sure you get 1, 1, 1. Remember, you should get, sorry about that, I was trying to write, you should get like a matrix with a 1, 0, 0, and a 1 over here, 0, 1, 0, and a 1 over there, and a 0, 0, 1, and a 1 over there. And the last column over here is your answer. Okay, last one, I think. Piecewise function. Just graph this thing. Remember how we do these. I'm going to change colors so you can like follow along. Start with the number they give you. They gave me a 0. I'm going to plug it in. That'd be 0 minus 3, which is negative 3. Because there's no equal sign, I'm going to do an empty circle at negative 3. It says less than 0. The next number less than 0 is negative 1. I'm going to put negative 1 in there too. And if I put negative 1 in there, I get this. I get negative 1 minus 3, which is 1 minus 3, which is negative 2. So I put in negative 1. I got negative 2, which is right there. Connect the dots. La, la, la. There's that one. Then I'm going to do the bottom one. Plug a 0 in down there. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1, so I get 0, 1 filled in circle this time. Now, this says greater than 0, so the next number greater than 0 is 1. I'm going to plug 1 in there. I would get 3 times 1 plus 1. That's 4. So I plugged in 1. I got 4 way up there. So I'm going to connect those dots. La, la, la. And there's your piecewise graph, guys. All right, last one before fall break. Going to reward those that are there tomorrow. Hope you're there so you can get the little reward. I think you'll be happy with it. I think you'll be very happy with it. But anyway, see you then, and hope you have a great fall break.